What's up guys, Tony here, and today I will be discussing the possibility of Game Boy Classic Edition. And we all know that the Super NES Classic Edition is out and sold out everywhere, scalpers everywhere. Just waiting on that next restock. But interesting news, let's talk about it. Guys, also, if you have not subscribed to me, please do so. That's going to put you in the running for some Mario swag. Mario swag for my celebration of Mario Month. Alright guys, let's see what I have to say about the Game Boy Classic Edition. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, so again, we're talking about the Game Boy Classic Edition, maybe. And the cool thing is, I mean, this is all rumor, this is all speculation, but there's this guy in Japan, his Twitter name is Trademark Bot, and basically he follows Nintendo, follows whatever they do. And whenever they file a trademark, he's usually the first one to tweet about it. He's the first one to kind of show the world what Nintendo is up to. He does this with other companies too, but primarily Nintendo. So on September 15th, Nintendo filed a trademark for the Game Boy, and there was an image along with it. Now this is all speculation. This is all conjecture at this point. And even in the article where I read about this, it said that Nintendo does this kind of thing all the time, especially when it comes to merchandise, whenever it comes to like keychains, t-shirts, whatever it may be. So this is all speculation. Okay, I'll show the image and I'll put it up here on the screen for you guys to see. I'm also going to put that article, it's Sora News, I'll put that in the description below for you guys to digest, read for yourself, check it out. Okay, so I just thought, you know, it'd be fun to talk about this today. Now, one thing, I just want to know, how small is it going to be? And this thing's a brick. I mean, I love this thing. First of all, I did not have a Game Boy growing up until I was like in middle school when I had a Game Boy Color. My friends had this. I did not. I had the Game Gear, so I'm kind of a Game Gear snob a little bit, but I still love the Game Boy. So anyway, how small is this going to be? Are they going to do the green and yellow? Those are some of my main questions. Is it going to be color? Is it going to be backlit? There's just countless other questions. What's the battery life going to be? Is it going to have a charger? You know, that kind of, just logistical things. And just, you know, my mind's spinning. My mind is spinning is, you know, how are they going to do this? And could it be modded? I mean, essentially, I would say yes. And would it have like an adapter to play on your TV? I mean, that'd be cool. Maybe like a port to plug in one of your, like your NES Mini controller or your Super NES Classic Edition controller. That'd be neat too. So those are all just thoughts rolling around in my mind. Now I also thought it would be cool to just pick some games that I own and some other games that I think could be on the Game Boy Classic Edition. I can't believe I'm talking about this thing. I talked about the N64 Classic Edition, and still that's all conjecture, and I picked about 30 games I thought should be on it. Now this is actually going to go over 30 games, and I'm saying like these games are all possibilities. Now, whenever I say that, It's not necessarily games I absolutely want on the system or even like. Most of these games I do like, but I'm saying that these are games that are fair. I had a lot of comments about GoldenEye on the N64 Classic Edition, and the thing with that is it's a licensing thing, so it's probably not going to happen. Do I want it to happen? Yes, heck yeah. Perfect Dark, do I want it to happen? Heck yeah. But would it happen? Probably not. Realistically, no. So that's where I'm coming from, okay? So let's get right into it. I'm going to go first party, and I have a list, okay, because I don't own all these games. Surprise, surprise. I'm trying to build up my Game Boy collection a little bit, but a lot of them I actually sold off. But let's get right into it. And these are all first party games. First of all, you cannot go wrong with Kirby's Dream Land. Awesome, awesome game. Kirby's Dream Land. If you have not played that, you need to. I love it. Kirby's White here. Kirby's Dream Land 2. Again, great. I think this is much better than Dreamland 1, but it's awesome. And Kirby's pink and he's riding the hamster. I love the hamster. Love the hamster. Now, I'll put that one at the bottom. Dr. Mario. Whenever I think Game Boy, I know NES too, but when I think Game Boy, I think of this. Taking this on the go was a lot of fun. Awesome game, and look, it even has like the Game Genie codes on the back. I have a Game Genie for this thing. So, really cool. And seriously, this was the killer app for the Game Boy, and if you didn't play this at some point in your life, there's something wrong with you, gamer, non-gamer. Okay, now if you were born like, after this came out, I understand. But at some point you probably played Tetris, at least once in your life. And playing this was the game. I played this in high school, college, as an adult. I can play this sucker now. So much fun, so much fun. Hours, countless hours. Yes, that's definitely going to be on there. That's a Game Boy game through and through. Now this one I kind of struggled with, but it is an IP, and Kid Icarus, it's not as popular as other Nintendo characters, but I would go with this Kid Icarus game. It's of Myths and Monsters, and this is actually a really fun game. I love Kid Icarus on the NES, and this was really the only sequel until the 3DS game came out because of Smash Brothers. Made Kid Icarus hit popular. Now this one you might say, weird, but back in the day, this was one of the more popular Game Boy games. Solar Striker. And this game, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that this is a first-party Nintendo game. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but whenever I think Game Boy, I think of this. This was one of the early games on the system. Great shoot 'em up. Next up, you got Super Mario Land 2, The 6 Golden Coins. Now on my list, I have Super Mario Land 1. I don't have Land 1. I don't know why. I need to track it down. But this one's a lot of fun. This one has like a map, kind of like Mario 3. This one has a lot of gameplay. I love the shark dude. The shark dude right there. I don't know if you guys can see that with the boxing gloves. But this game's awesome. Awesome. A lot of content. Great for on the go. It has a save function too. And along with that, you gotta have Wario Land, the first one. Wario Land is a lot of fun. Again, there's a lot of content here, just like Mario Land 2. And it's really weird saying Mario Land. I'm used to saying Mario World or just Mario Brothers. But this is a ton of fun. It has an overworld. It has a map and all that, and you select the stages. Great game. And I would also put in there Wario Land 2. Wario Land 3 is a Game Boy Color game. I'm not including any Game Boy Color games in this list, even though that would be pretty cool. That might never happen. I don't know. There weren't enough really good titles for that to happen. And who knows, it might. And then Zelda Link's Awakening. You gotta have this game. I mean, seriously. This is one of the best Zelda games out there, in my opinion. Look at my label, it's kind of messed up. But this has got to be on there. Now, I had the DX version that came out around the time that the color came out. But seriously, a lot of fun. I believe there's 7 dungeons or 8 dungeons. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's playing in the background. So that's got to be on there. That's got to be on there. Now, this is kind of where I'm struggling a little bit. Okay, now would Nintendo pack all of these games onto the system? Okay, and I mean, they're going to make a ton of money if they do. They're going to make a ton of money if they don't. I mean, if they just put one of these on there, or if they just do like red and blue, then they're still going to make a ton of money. And I left my red up there on the shelf, so I have it. So just the Pokemon games. All the Pokemon games. I mean, if I had to pick one, okay, and this is the card game too, I could see them putting this on there. Now the black cartridges, these are still considered to be Game Boy games. They came out around the time of the Game Boy Color games, so they wanted to distinguish between this and the gray cartridges, but it's still technically a Game Boy game. Okay, so that could be on there. But if I mean, great game. I mean, it's a struggle for me to pick one, but if I had to just say one, it'd be Pokemon Yellow. Really, Pokemon Yellow is awesome. I mean, it combines everything good out of red and blue, and you play as Pikachu. I mean, this would be the one that I would put if I was Nintendo, and maybe do like a version 2 and put some Game Boy Color games and put Silver and Gold on there, or just do red, blue, and yellow. I mean, that would be cool too. I mean, essentially this is the same game as red. It's just that you only get certain Pokemon. Now, another thought rolling around my head is transfer cable, battling. Would there be like Wi-Fi or like some kind of wireless connection? That would be radical. I would play through this to get a Mewtwo and beat the snot out of people again. I love doing that back in the day. So those are my first party games. And I'll talk about some of the third-party games now that could be on there. Now again, this is another one of those things where I'm struggling. They're going to have a Final Fantasy game on there. Square Enix is really working hard with Nintendo with these Classic Edition systems. Final Fantasy 1 came out on the NES, and Final Fantasy 3, one of their most beloved games of all time, 6, came out on the Super NES Classic Edition. So these were not as popular though. Final Fantasy Legend 1 through 3, okay, you got them right here. And then you got Final Fantasy Adventure. Another problem that you might have with this is these were actually made by Sunsoft. Now, Square Enix owns the rights, they own the games. So it's I don't know. Would we see these on here? I mean, maybe just Legend. I would love to just see Legend 2. I don't know. Adventure would be cool. All of them would be cool. They'd be good choices. I really haven't played through 3 that much, but the others I have. I've sat down and beaten those games. Okay, so some other third-party games. Gargoyles Quest. Or no, it's just Gargoyle. Gargoyles? Is it Gargoyles Quest? No, Gargoyles Quest is the NES game. Gargoyles. This is an awesome game. Capcom game. Really a lot of fun. I got that for like $2. NES Addict would be jealous. Castlevania Adventure. And I also have on my list Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge. That could be fair game. I could see both of them being on there. Belmont's Revenge is a lot of fun. This one, they're okay. I can also see the Mega Man games. I have Mega Man 1 and 2. I can see Mega Man 1 through 5 being on there, but caveat, I think they, Capcom would probably save that for like a set. That would be cool if they did like a portable set with the Mega Man Legacy Collection. That would be cool, so they might save it for that. They might just put like 1 or 2 on there. Who knows? It'd be neat. I mean, they put Mega Man X, they put Mega Man 2 on the NES, so they gotta have a Mega Man game on there, right? Mega Man was well represented on the Game Boy. Contra, Super C, and Contra 3 were on the NES and the SNES classics. So these would be fair game. Operation C is a lot of fun. Alien Wars, it's okay. I like it. But one or the other would be fine. Would be fair choices. So those are the third-party games. Other choices that could be on the Game Boy Classic Edition, DK Land 1 through 3. Or even just 1. Donkey Kong's going to be represented on this thing. Donkey Kong, just the arcade classic that came out. Mega Man 1 through 5, I said. Game & Watch Collection. Okay, those games were huge on the Game Boy. So, you can see that being on there. And then, representing Mr. Game & Watch. Freaking Smash Brothers. Metroid 2. I need to track that game down. Gosh dang it, I need to track a lot more Game Boy games down. I'm slacking, guys. Metroid 2. And that game, I mean, there's a lot of Metroid buzz right now. Especially with the new 3DS game that came out. So that would be awesome. Super Mario Land 1 I mentioned. Wario Land 2 I mentioned. And there's also like a couple of Kirby puzzle games. Those could be on there, possibly, knowing them with Dream Course on the Super NES Classic. Who knows, okay? So those are just kind of those are some possibilities to be on the system. Not necessarily all the games I'd want, but just a prediction. Okay, so they're going to have a lot of first-party games on there. First-party heavy, understand that. So, guys, what do you think? Is this for real? Is this going to come out? Well, this has come out. But I'm talking about a classic edition. Is it a possibility? And how will they release it? I mean, will there be other features than just playing it on the go? Will you be able to plug it into your TV? Will you be able to plug a controller in? What do you think? I mean, this is all conjecture and like an asking price. What do you think on that? I mean, $80? I don't know. And the screen's my biggest question. Is it going to be in color? It kind of defeats the purpose of nostalgia. If you do that, in my opinion, is it going to be backlit? I would say that if Nintendo were to do one thing right, that would be the #1 thing to do, in my opinion. So, anyway, guys, remember to subscribe. You'll get some Mario swag. If you subscribe, I have a contest at the end of the month. And if you are a subscriber, you're in that drawing, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Subscribe to me. I'll draw a random subscriber, and that's it. And you can win Mario back here, Mario 3, an amiibo, and that visor, Mario Kart 8 visor. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Is this for real? Have a great day, guys.